Welcome. I'm Bev Adams. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And in our occasions catalog, that's good until June 1st, 2014, is a product way here in the corner. You barely can see it, and I don't want you to miss it because it is a fantastic bargain. You get 5 designs for each of these cards. They're pre-printed, and they come with envelopes too, and they are just lovely. I wish you could feel them in person. They are a nice heavy weight of watercolor like paper, and I've been using some of my cards. I'm going to use this one today to make this card. And I think this is a wonderful card that can be used for all kinds of different purposes, occasions. And it looks different with each design. This one, the green card, I think is, you might be able to stamp this and have it show up, but I thought it was kind of dark, so I added an oval of our regular watercolor paper to this one. It's so simple. Let's get started. Before we get started, I want to tell you, you don't need to worry about taking any notes or anything, because if you go to my website, which is bevadams.com, and you click on the link, you will get a printed supply list and directions. And now we can get started. This card is so fast, you won't believe it. You're going to need StazOn. StazOn is a water-resistant ink that stays on. And so, since we're going to be doing some watercoloring today, we're going to use StazOn. This is kind of a large stamp, and I almost think it's easier to stamp upside down. Now, for a large stamp like this, some people are swirlers, some people are patters, and what I do is I kind of swirl first and then pat, so I don't have any lines left over. And I'm going to stamp my card, and I'm going to hold it down just so that the ink can sink into the paper. And then I'm going to stamp again. Now, I probably, if I were, when I demonstrated this, I actually demonstrated it using one of our Stampin' Pierce mats, and I probably should have used that today. In fact, I'll use it for the Whisper White part. But if you're going to stamp on something small like this, you want to put some paper to protect it. On this time, I'm just going to be stamping this label section right here, so I don't need to worry about inking the rest of the card. And the Stampin' Pierce mat helps me get a nice flat, firm surface for stamping, and you get a more even result. And let me close up my StazOn, because it does dry out fairly quickly. I don't want it to dry out. So I'm just going to punch this, and looking at the back of my punch, I can get it lined up. And then I'm going to use my aqua painter to watercolor the flower. I think that this is a water lily, and this is Tangerine Tango. And I like the water. You can use a regular paintbrush if you have it, but this has the water right in the handle of the brush. It's so easy to use. kind of leaving the centers of my flowers white, and I want to highlight a few of my petals. By putting an extra little layer of the ink on. There. Now I want to clean off my brush, so I just brush it a few times on scrap paper and get the ink off. And then I'm using gumball green for the stem. I'm using these colors because that's what's in the cards. All I have to do now is add my label with a couple of dimensionals and not lose my cap for my aqua painter. How quick and easy is that? Done. What do you think? If you would like to order these cards that are so fast and you can be have wonderful handmade high quality cards, come on over to bevadams.com. Go up to the Shop Now button, and that will take you to Stampin' Up's website where you can order 24/7, and the items will be delivered to your home in no time at all. Thank you for coming by. Come again.